Okay, this is... I kinda say red flag to this. Why are they merging their stuff together? You must be losing players for World of Tanks, because everything was separated off into regions before. What's going on here? This is crazy. In order to merge, we need all of our current subscribers and followers to manually migrate to our new merge channels. Although the English channels are merging, rewards are available for North America, South America, and Europe. Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram are merging, while those on TikTok can follow the EU channel, which will soon feature content from America as well. Facebook will, however, have two separate pages for NA and EU. Is this a case of the game just losing more players again? I know I don't cover World of Tanks stuff often, but this is crazy. Anytime a special post may review only one premium day? Come on. Okay, it looks like they got different stuff going on. I'm a little concerned about this. Let's look at the fact. These channels remain the same. Most of will move to the new channels, and they will be combined. Oh great, here we are repeating the same stuff that happened with World of Warships. And how did that go? The whole program's like completely bad now. Like all of our old community contributors on the World of Warships side are just gone. They're either gone or they're retired. I don't even think when Chase comes back to World of Warships, maybe one video to talk about, oh, this is what's happening. Da 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 da. But yeah, I seem to remember either it was him or no Zoop for you or Flamu that said that as soon as they combined the community contributor program for all the regions, they started pitting them against each other. What was it? Not King of the Sea. It was a very silly event that barely anybody paid attention to, that they tried to get going but didn't work. Look, long story short, you don't pit your people that are content creators against each other. You can team them up and compete against other content creators from other regions, but not have individuals compete against individuals with a team-based game that's an MMO sort of thing. Like, I'm sure that I'm not going to be the only one talking about this, because World of Tanks tends to have a bigger audience than World of Warships, and if they're merging their stuff, I would reckon that the World of Warships stuff's all going to be on one channel too. If it isn't already. I think it already is. But I think that they're going to just keep having stuff merged together because they're losing players. Because everything is just nuts right now with what's going on overseas. So they lost some players from there, and so they're kind of trying to compensate by merging things into one channel. But look, I don't like to see the game fail. I may not play World of Tanks that much anymore, but even I don't want to see the game go away. As much as they've done a lot of annoying things over the years, such as the Foch incident and other things. It's, what else? What was another thing that was in our World Tanks? Oh yeah, artillery problem. I admit they didn't really solve that one. I don't think. Anyway, I haven't been in the game for a while, so don't quote me on that. How will this affect World of Warships? Landedkiller? Not sure yet, because we don't really have an equivalent article on the World of Warships side, but the fact that this is happening does have me a little bit concerned. Yeah, I'll get onto the other stuff soon enough. But this is just propaganda to say, oh, everything's fine, when it probably isn't. So I'm not gonna bother watching it. And, look, I know I said this in another video, but if you're spending money on wargaming still, now's the time to just cut back until we know what's going on with them. You don't want your money in a bank all the way in Cyprus, do you? I mean, come on. Now's the time to just kind of cut back until we can figure out what's going on with all this. I know I am. I only spent like $30 last month. Seriously, on Warships, and I was on Jack-o'-lantern containers. I don't even think I'm going to do anything for early access, maybe $23 and that's it, because the ships just aren't worth it, because they're following the same pattern, the same ridiculous pattern. Let's make everything that's under tier 10 crap, so we can get players to buy, and get to the tier 10, woohoo, ha 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 ha. Like we haven't seen that playbook for the last 5 or 6 years. I want the old World of Warships back, where things were more fair, where we got free stuff all the time, and where we weren't sitting there and seeing everything under tier 10 nerfed to hell. I'm gonna sit there and be bold right now with a prediction. I predict that they're gonna have to buff the Japanese light cruisers because they're not gonna be popular. Because people are gonna complain that they're really bad. And quite honestly, in my opinion, a whole line of Japanese CLCVs would have been more interesting and more usable in the current meta. This line will probably be one of the least played lines in the game. People are going to be going to the Pan-Asian light cruiser line because even that has utility. It's got the torpedo thing. If it's not that, then it's shells, but it's got a torpedo gimmick going on. What do these Japanese CLs have? Nothing. It's common sense. Look, I just thought I'd bring this to you and give my quick thoughts on this, but yeah, I would be very concerned and I would start cutting back your spending on anything wargaming until things kind of settle down here. And no, I'm not saying the game's going to suddenly go bye-bye, because that is not how they would do that, I don't think, but I could easily see them doing it. But I think at this point, I think they are losing money. But I don't know to what extent or the exact figures, because they're a private company and all that stuff's private. But be very wary what you spend for the next while until things kind of settle down here. This is a great campaign, I love it, but let me think. You're losing money somewhere. That's why you're doing this. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.